My name is Ericmazuma. I am the Deputy Director responsible for plant protection services, working for the Department of Agriculture Research Service in the Ministry of Agriculture. The aim of this video is to capture SPS information that will be used for market access with our colleagues in South Africa, so that they should understand the best situation of the Malawi Mangoes farm, where they will be getting the mango produce which will be exported. The role of the NPPO is to make sure that the farm produce is inspected for phytosanitary measures, so that the produce that can be harvested or obtained from those farms are meeting the requirements of the importing country. The requirements are that the mangoes have to be free from fruit flies, which are regarded as quarantine pests for many countries. And when we are doing the phytosanitary inspection in these fields, we make sure that we are putting monitoring traps which could inform us of the situation of the fruit flies. We are trying to check the absence or presence, that the NPPO will inform the NPPO of the status, and will be able to inform the client of the mitigation measures if we could find any of the pests.
I'm Victor Mshani. I work for Malawi Mangoes as the agronomist. I look at two focus areas. One is the crop nutrition and then the crop protection. Right now we are at the Zua farm, one of the two farms owned by Malawi Mangoes. So for the South African market, we are targeting to export the Tommy Atkins. The big part of management for the mango orchards is on the pest and disease. I think the major one is the fruit fly. We have traps to monitor the populations. Every Friday we are collecting data on those traps, with the focus being on the Bactocera and then the Ceratitis. When populations start going up, we have a lot of strategies which we have put in place, which we are using. The first one being we use the yellow bed stations and also the multi blocks. The bed stations we put per hectare 280, and then the multi blocks they are 10 per hectare. We also spray a mix of Humaru and then the Marathon. You're doing every other 4th ridge, so you spray and then you jump 3 ridges, or the 4th one you go and spray again. In addition to all those, we are always making sure that the fields are clean, so that we don't harbor the fruit flies. During harvest time, if, for example, we have fruit which is ripe and then it's fallen on the ground, we collect all those, dig a pit, and then we bury them. We've also gone around our farms. We've been able to remove all the alternate host plants for the fruit flies. We also make sure that we are harvesting fruit at full green mature level. We don't want to have fruit ripening on the mango trees, which can harbor the eggs for the fruit fly. The critical time is when the fruits are forming, like this time of the season. Yeah, flowers, fruit is setting, so that's the critical time to come in with all those preventive measures I've mentioned.
We have a routine inspection program where the inspectors would visit the mango fields. At first, they have to inspect the fields during the vegetative and flowering stage, so that they should see the fields that they are clean, and making sure that the plants are looking healthy.
My name is Rafa Banda. I'm working as a plant health inspector in the Malawi National Plant Protection Organization. In terms of mangoes, mostly we do both field and warehouse inspection. In the fields, because most of the fields are large, we involve some sampling. So we need to develop what we call sampling spots or sampling stations, and those stations normally we target where there are what we call bets. We go to the trap, we monitor what is in the trap to decide what type of pest is there, and in fact also to look at the severity, the numbers of the pests, because that will actually guide us in terms of the level of infestation. Once we are done with that inspection, we also look at other things, for example, field hygiene. We also look at the peripherals, the surrounding areas, to see if there are mangoes that are also grown around the area, because some infestation may actually come from outside. And again, we also go to their office to check their records in terms of the records of pests, because it's a requirement by the government that they record from the traps each and every pest that they come across. We also look at their pest control programs, whether they do spraying and other management options.
The next stage is at Footset, where I would like to see if there could be any infestation of pests or any infection by diseases. So during this time, we are also trying to check the traps that are put there in order to assess for the pest situation. Mostly what they are registering for Bactrocera, it is registering 00 according to the traps. But for the traps that would attract the celatitis fruit flies, we saw that there were some minimal registered fruit flies. We are hoping that with the management they are put in place of the spraying, they will be able to reduce this. As we come next time in the third stage, where it will be at fruit physiological maturity towards harvest, we will be able also to get the samples, which we could take them to the laboratory so that we could incubate them and see if there could be any pest that would emerge from those incubated fruits. After harvest, we even go towards the pack house, where the fruits would be treated further with hot water treatment to make sure that all the mitigation measures that were taking place in the field could be complemented in the pack house.
Once we have done that, we produce what we call an inspection report. The inspection report includes the company that actually came forward for application of the phytosanitary certificate. It also includes what we found in the field, and then the management options or recommendations that we make for them to address each and every issue that we may have come across. And if we are certified that the phytosanitary measures are okay and have conformed with the what has been indicated on the import permit, then we issue out the phytosanitary certificate.
Mango fruit production is an infant industry. It is just picking up, and we are hoping that this will be one of the commodities that will be exported. And the importance is that it is now adding on the numbers of exported products for Malawi. It is being exported to India. It is also being exported to EU countries. And exporting it to South Africa, we are seeing that it will be an additional benefit for Malawi. The main message to other farmers who do want to venture into mango export is that they need to register with the NPPO. We'll be able to advise them of the requirement of any country where they would wish to be exporting. It is the NPPO that can advise those farmers of the phytosanitary measures that have to be adhered to before one has to start sending the mangoes for export.